Hey YouTube, it's Dillon James, and on today's episode, we're going to be talking about some cards on the rise as we head into NFL training camp. We'll also be talking about a major pull that just happened at the National. There's a whole lot going on in the sports card industry this week, including the National, but also the start of NFL training camp, which aligned perfectly with the event. And there was a card that was pulled on day 2 of the National that not many people got to witness in person. Right before quitting time on the show floor, Mitch's Box Breaks pulled a 1-of-1 Shield Auto of Justin Herbert from National Treasures. A beautiful card, and it actually drew comparisons to the 8.5 Beckett graded 1-of-1 Shield Auto of Patrick Mahomes that just sold for $4.3 million right before the show this week. So there have been offers on Facebook that have been going for 6 figures so far for this Justin Herbert card. It'll be interesting to follow this card to see if it could hit that level of 4.3 million or greater in the future. But we'll just have to speculate for now. So let's talk about the NFL training camp and talk about some of the cards that are rising the most heading into camp. So let's start with a 2016 Panini Prism Silver rookie card of Derrick Henry and a PSA 10. It's currently valued at $700, and there's good reason for this as well. You look at the Tennessee Titans this year, Derrick Henry could potentially get 3 rushing titles in a row if he wins it this season. He could also be the first player to have consecutive 2,000-yard seasons, with the left tackle, Taylor Lewan, coming back into the lineup, having Julio Jones and A.J. Brown on the outside, Josh Reynolds in the slot. It looks like Derrick Henry has some really good complementary pieces there in Tennessee to make a run for that 2,000-yard season once again. So we'll have to keep an eye on Derrick Henry throughout the season. This card will continue to go up in value because it is one of his best base rookie cards, especially in a Prism format with the silver there. But with Derrick Henry slowly going up, it's 7.7% change in the past month or so when it comes to eBay sales, but it's still hovering around that $700 mark except for this outlier of $299. But again, this card is going to fly off the shelves once we get into the season, once we can see what Derrick Henry can do on the field. As long as he stays healthy, it looks like Derrick Henry is the favorite to win the rushing title once again in the NFL. Next, we have a 2010 Score rookie card of Antonio Brown in a PSA 10. Now, this card's not going for as much as the Derrick Henry card. It's only going for about $55 right now. But this card has continued to raise in value because of the production that he's expected to have in Tampa Bay with Tom Brady this year. So in the Super Bowl last year and also in the playoffs, Antonio Brown played very, very well. During the regular season, however, he was still trying to get his legs underneath him, still trying to play ball. But I mean, at the same time, he hadn't played football in at least a season. So Antonio Brown is getting back to form. Could he be a number 1 wide receiver? I don't think so. I still think that he's going to be a complimentary piece for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but he's a really, really good asset to have, a card that will see tremendous increase in value as long as Tampa Bay Buccaneers stay competitive this year, which with that roster, I'm sure they will. We'll talk about another Tampa Bay Buccaneer in this list in just a little bit, but it's gone up 7.8% in the past 2 weeks. I still think this card has tremendous upside. Being a rookie card of Antonio Brown, I still think that this card will see a huge increase as long as Antonio Brown can stay healthy and productive on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Next, we have a 2005 Topps Aaron Rodgers rookie card and a PSA 10. It's currently going for about $705 on eBay. Now, this card will be interesting because I think we'll see even more of an increase over the next few days, especially the next few weeks, because he is going to be playing for the Green Bay Packers this year. Now, at first, there was some speculation that he was going to be leaving the Green Bay Packers. If he didn't get a trade, he was going to retire from the league entirely, but that has been thrown out the window. It looks like Green Bay Packers have made him happy for at least one more season, so we will see Aaron Rodgers in the green and yellow this year. But with Aaron Rodgers' rookie card, it's going now for about $705, like I said. It has been on a downward trajectory for this week. However, I do see it going back up in value simply because of the situation there in Green Bay, stabilizing him, knowing that he has Randall Cobb there. He also has Devontae Adams there too, his number 1 wide receiver. I still think this card has tremendous upside as well. And looking at the auction prices here, there was one outlier at $1,050 on July 23rd, but other than that, it has been hovering around that $700 to $750 range in auctions. So I would definitely keep an eye on this card. and I do see a lot of value in this card, and I see this value ticking up as we head into the season. Next up, we have a 2010 Rob Gronkowski rookie card. Now, Rob has reunited again with Tom Brady this season in Tampa Bay. He's decided to stay there for one more season with Tom to go chase another ring, and it looks like they could potentially do that, bringing back pretty much all the starters they had last year except for a few. But with Rob Gronkowski, I do believe that this card will see an increase as well. It has seen a steady increase heading into training camp, an 18.9% change in price over the past 14 days. But with this card, I do believe that Rob Gronkowski is going to improve from last year. It was his first year back into the league after he had retired from the league, and I think that now he's more comfortable in the position. He scored 9 touchdowns, including the playoffs last year, so he is getting back to the Rob Gronkowski-esque play that we've grown to love in New England. And I do believe this year he will be more dominant on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So looking at some of these prices from eBay, it looked like the last one sold was a fixed price at $230, but there was also a fixed price sale on July 13th at $250. So this card can vary. I do see this card being valued higher than that $230 mark. I think that in auction it could probably go for higher than that, even though these cards are showing that it was just around $200 when it sold on the auction there. But I think that going into the season, showing he can stay on the field and be a dominant player for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, especially a red zone threat like he has been year in and year out, Rob Gronkowski is going to look very, very good on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year, and he'll be a player to watch heading into the season. Last but not least is a 2017 Panini Prism Silver rookie card of Deshaun Watson at a PSA 10 valued at about $625 currently on eBay. But with Deshaun, there's been a lot of news happening coming out of Houston. At the beginning of the offseason, he asked for a trade from the Houston Texans. Then there were sexual assault allegations against him right after that announcement. And now we're heading into training camp. It looks like he will be able to play this season unless Roger Goodell puts him on the commissioner's exempt list. But as it stands, he will not be deposed with those allegations until next year in February after the Super Bowl has commenced. So right now it looks like Deshaun Watson will be playing in the NFL this season unless Roger Goodell says so. However, the Houston Texans have said that they will trade Deshaun Watson. They are listening to offers from teams. So this card will see a lot of fluctuation in the next few weeks. It depends on if he stays in Houston. If he stays in Houston, this card will probably stay about where it's at right now unless they do something with that team, because that team is in shambles going into the season. They don't have the offensive weapons they used to with DeAndre Hopkins and things of that nature. So I do see this card staying at about this level heading into the season if he's playing for the Houston Texans. Now, if he gets traded, I do see a spike in this card occurring because Deshaun can make a team a playoff contender with just a few more pieces than he has in Houston. So I do think that Deshaun has a lot of growth in this card, but it just depends on what happens with Roger Goodell. We'll get more clarity on the situation in the next few weeks. But as of right now, where it stands, Deshaun Watson's rookie card, Panini Prism Silver, has seen a 24.8% change in price percentage over the past 2 weeks, and this card still is hovering around $600 to $650 in sales on eBay. I still think this is a very, very good card to have in your collection, and it could potentially have some really, really good upside as well heading into the 2021 season. So there it is, the list that we have currently of the top 5 cards heading into training camp. Let us know what you think in the comments below of which card you would like in your collection and which card you think will have the highest upside heading into the NFL season. If you like this video, hit that like button, and if you also like the content on this channel, we'd love it if you hit that subscribe button and push the notification bell so every time we drop a new video, you will be the first to know about it. Thanks for watching this week, guys, and we'll see you next time.